What's going on, everyone? This is JC with Crypto Curious. My goal with this channel is to unpack everything crypto for the average Joe. I plan to have regular weekly updates on the crypto market, so for that and more, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be one of the first to catch the latest content. Let's jump right into things and take a look at the state of the market today. Seems like we've got a pretty green market overall. Starting with Bitcoin and Ethereum, the top two players in the game, they're staying well above what they were sitting at last week, sitting at about 7.5% for Bitcoin for the day and 11.97% Ethereum for the day. Made it past that crucial 1,500 mark that we've been sitting at. Things got a little bit scary there for a while. We dipped down in the 1,400 range, retested that area that we don't like to sit at down around here. But since we broke back through, it seems like we've got a little momentum moving forward, and we can only hope for the best coming out of that. I'm rather bullish on Ethereum, and I think it's going to be one of the big players in the game for a long time. Pretty much everything inside of the top 50 was gaining. Stablecoins, nobody's depegged today, so that's always great. Don't need another Luna situation happening anytime soon. Like I said, most things moving up anywhere from 5 to 15% on the day within the top 100, some things jumping up 20 and 30. So that's always great to see. I was doing some research a little bit earlier, came across this Ethereum article that I'd like to share. It's just talking about the amount of inflows that are happening in the Ethereum ecosystem. Basically, for those who are unaware, inflows into a market or when people are investing money. If you see the term outflows, it means people are selling off their Ethereum or pulling it out of the ecosystem. So, Ethereum is sitting still in a bearish zone. We dropped below the 1,500 level, flirted with 1,400, dropped all the way to 1,360, and capped back out above the 1,400 zone. Now we're running up over 1,600, which is a good sign. With that being said, we're still seeing greater inflows into the Ethereum ecosystem than we have in a little while. That is always a good sign and is bullish for the market. Next interesting news article kind of goes in a different direction. There's been a lot of talk of stablecoin regulation ever since some of the things with Terra Luna. Everybody knows about that who's been in the crypto space for a while. Basically, Terra and UST were tied in together in the same ecosystem. Terra was supposed to be backed by Bitcoin. They started selling off copious amounts of Bitcoin, causing Terra to lose its value. UST depegged from the dollar, and the whole thing capitulated. Billions and billions in capital just wiped out overnight. So this is what has spurred what Congress is trying to look at with regulation of stablecoins. Not trying to get political on the channel. That's something that I don't tend to flirt with too often, but this is something that is going on and that we should keep our eye on. If you do hold stablecoins, if you are looking into stablecoins, you just need to be up to date on the regulation that could be coming its way. And I do my best to keep you guys updated in the future on what might be going on with that. Jump into a little price analysis on Bitcoin. Like I said, every single thing except for stablecoins, which don't tend to move much. If they do, it tends to be a problem. Every single thing within the top 50 to top 100 is green today. What has spurred this would be the Fed meeting. We did go up another 75 basis points today. That was what was expected. That's what a lot of people were anticipating. Both regular investors like us and institutional investors, some of the big players in the game, basically knew that this price hike was going to be 75 basis points. Market reaction, it tends to go in tandem. Stock market and crypto have been moving in tandem more and more the last couple of years, which is kind of interesting as most people think of crypto as a hedge against inflation, a way of getting out of standard traditional markets. But as things have moved on, institutional investors have gotten involved. These things are starting to move in tandem a little bit further. This is the price analysis on Bitcoin that I find very interesting. A couple other guys I've been following for a while. They're always talking about the 200-week moving average. Now, we don't spend too much time below the 200-week moving average. here recently, since we capped out in the 60,000 range, we've capitulated all the way down, touched in the upper teens, and now we've spent a little bit of time below the 200-week moving average. Usually it's not more than a couple of weeks. Right now it looks like we're sitting, almost about 6 weeks, going on week number 6. We've consistently stayed below the 200-week moving average. So that gives me a little bit of anticipation for what might be to come, a little bit of a bullish sentiment there. A lot of money being moved into crypto in the last couple of days, and that's a good sign. We have finally capped back out over $1 trillion. To wrap things up, I think we'll just take a look at the entire crypto market as a whole. Like I said, we have capped out over $1 trillion. Was a little bit depressing there for a while, sitting down in the 800 and 900 billion zone. Let's go take a look over the last 30 days. So we've moved up quite a bit. That is always a good thing. It does kind of make you sad for the days that we were sitting up around 3 trillion. But a bull market should be right around the corner. What your definition of that might vary from mine, but I'm saying sometime within the next 2 quarters. As recession starts to set in, I'm pretty bullish on the fact that people will start turning to crypto, not only as a hedge against inflation, but maybe a way of making a little bit of extra money in the process while traditional markets are suffering. Well, if you guys enjoyed this content and are looking for more in the future, be sure to drop a like on this video. It really helps. Give me a follow, subscribe. We'll be setting up social media here shortly for you guys to get on as well.